Hey everyone, my name is Phil Maki, and I've recently made a major change in my life and wanted to do some kind of a video diary describing what it's like so far. It's a very important time in my life. I don't want, pardon me for being a little congested, I don't want to let it pass by without chronicling it in some way. And I figure I do a lot of videos, but a lot of them are silly and goofy, and I don't get a chance to, just talk. This video is not going to be edited in any way. I'm just going to record for a little while and see what happens. I'm thinking about doing this on a regular basis, just like a video diary, and just see what people think. If you enjoy it, cool. And if not, it'll be something I can look back on years later, and I'll be able to see where I was at this point in time. So today is Saturday, and it is, let's see, Tuesday's the 29th, which would make it 28, 27. So today's the 26th, May 26th. 3 days away from getting another year older. I will be 37 years old in 3 days. And I recently quit my job. I worked for Apple full-time. I did tech support over the phone, and I did that for 4 years. I picked that job up because out of necessity. 5 years ago, I made another major change. These last 5 years have been just crazy. I decided to pick up and start my life over. I left my home of Ohio. Been there my whole life, except for one summer, but I was there my whole life. And picked up and moved across the country. I did not know anyone in Austin. I just chose Austin for a number of reasons. I was working retail at the time, and I decided to transfer stores, which was very difficult to do. I thought it would be easy, and it wasn't, but I did it. And about 9 months into living here, I realized I wouldn't be able to continue living on that paycheck. So a number of friends had recommended working for Apple. I could work from home. It allowed me to be with my two cats, Phantom and Duska, and I really felt bad leaving them alone every day. I felt like, why bother having cats if I'm just gonna come home and see them for a few hours at night? And really at night, the last thing I wanted to do was, not that I didn't want to see them, but I didn't want to have to feel like I had to spend as much time as possible. Like, I wanted to maybe unwind and just sit there and not do anything, watch a movie, and not have to pay attention to anything. So now I thought working at home would be great. It was very hard. I felt trapped. I felt boxed in. I'm a very specific type of personality. I call myself an extroverted introvert because I am perfectly happy being at home by myself. I don't have to have people around me. I can create all day at my desk. 8 hours can fly by like it's nothing. I can skip meals, and it's not a problem. At the same time, I love entertaining people. I love being around people. It's a weird combination. It could be that I'm a Gemini. I don't know. Anyway, 5 years ago, I made that giant move. Here we are 5 years later, and I decided to quit my job to be an artist full-time. I did this because it's what I've wanted for as long as I can remember. I'm a cartoonist. I've always wanted to be a cartoonist. You see some of my drawings behind me here. We're currently in my office. I'm in the process of rearranging so that these boxes won't always be behind me. But I'm still working on that. Anyway, I quit my job, and I'm now full-time doing this podcast. It's a radio show that I perform. I write it and perform it on Sunday nights. It's through an app called Stationhead, and I write the show and then I perform it on Stationhead live, And as I'm doing that, I record the shows, and then I put them through a bunch of hours of editing, and I clean them up, and then I upload them to a Patreon website, which is patreon.com/Philemaki. And people can listen to them whenever they want. And so the plan is that I will do that full time, and I will also be able to create art full time and make my own schedule. And it's something that I've dreamed of as long as I can remember, my whole life. I've never wanted to be boxed in. I've never wanted to have children. In a lot of ways, you know, I look at my creations as my children, as my legacy, if you will. And that's all I want to do. I just want to create, and you know, if I can inspire people along the way, if I can do some good that way, I think that's the most noble thing I can do with my life, and I'm doing it. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little scary. It's a lot scary because right now I am in the transition phase, so I do not have a proper income coming in right now, which means I may have to get real crazy real soon and think outside the box. I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet. I'm working on it. So at this point in time, this is me in a state of flux, which is my least favorite state to be in life. I'm okay with big changes. I'm okay with doing things I've never done before, but I don't like, I don't know, I guess I don't like changes when I feel like I'm completely out of control. I don't like that. I don't know that anybody likes that, really. So I like change more than most people, but I want it to be change that I initiated, I guess, if that makes sense. Anyway. So I am soon to be 7 episodes into my new show, which is awesome. And tomorrow night is my first guest interview. I'm very excited about that. Anyway, I'll probably cut the video short here. I don't know. I didn't have a plan with this video. I was talking with a really good friend today. She's a local artist and photographer, and she kind of encouraged me to do this. I told her it was something I was thinking about doing, and she mentioned that she likes that I do my live videos on Facebook, but I haven't really done anything like this, and I'm going to try to keep it going. I'm going to try to keep these videos happening, just like a personal video record of what's going on. So, you know, you're welcome to subscribe if you like, and I would highly encourage you to visit the Patreon page for my show and spread the word on that, because, you know, my life kind of does depend on it. Not that I'm asking you to bail me out of anything, but I think it's a show worth listening to. I think there's a lot of value there. Of course, I have the incentive of wanting to be able to eat and pay rent, but at the end of the day, like, this is something I want to do, and I'm putting my heart and soul into it, and I believe there's a value to that. And I put a lot of hours into the show, and a lot of love and care, and that's worth something to me, and I want to be able to keep doing it. I'm prepared to do whatever I can to make that keep happening. Whether people subscribe or not, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm very stubborn, and I don't take no for an answer. So, yeah, if this part of the video is a sales pitch, then that's my sales pitch. Anyway, thank you for watching and listening. I'm going to upload this video as is, without any edits, and if you like what you see, then just, I guess, let me know in some way, because it's very encouraging, and I appreciate all the encouragement. And let this be let my current situation and my life in general be an example that if you want something bad enough and you're willing to work for it and pursue it, that you can absolutely get it. It takes dedication like nobody's business. You gotta dedicate your life to it, but you can absolutely do it. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind that you can do it. You just need to believe it, and you need to live it every day. It's what you need to breathe and eat and sleep and obsess over. And if that means, you sacrifice a few things here and there, then that's what that means. So, yeah. All right. I'm 10 minutes in. That's a good enough sign right there. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, everyone.